A great start to the weekend here as we've got baseball from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Tonight the homestand continues with the first of 3 between the St. Louis Cardinals and the New York Yankees. Interleague baseball comes your way next. Adams is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Yanks. What's your take on him, H?
Well, our starting pitcher today is making his major league debut. You can only imagine the anxiousness, the anxiety that's going through it, and the nervousness. So I'm really excited to see, can he calm those nerves? Can he reach back and execute his pitches? If he's able to calm his nerves, maybe we'll see why he's here in the big leagues.
And that'll bring up Wildlands Diaz. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Underway now on a Friday night as the first pitch of our series misses for ball 1. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, Harold, they come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak. And he is going to have extra bases to start the evening. The throw into second. But he'll be in there with a double.
Now that is the way you want to start a game on the road. He comes out swinging and stands at second as the first base runner of the night. Now we'll see if his teammates can pick him up and if they can punch first.
Squared that one up just a little late. 0-1, here it comes. And the changeup is way low that time. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And a fastball just a bit up. A runner at second, nobody out. Hit hard to short. Gregorius is there. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Now a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, Matty, they have to be very happy with Wildlands Diaz right now. This guy hit over 300 last year, and man, it was impressive. Just hitting over 300 is really something.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. But he will haul this in on the run as he had to go back to the warning track to do it, and there are 2 away.
Batting fourth, left fielder, Randall Richard.
So digging in now, Randall Grichuk. First opportunity for him here with the leadoff man still standing at second. 2 gone now. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Ellsbury is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So they get a man to second here in the opening half inning, but failed. Mike Leake is on the mound for the Cardinals. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, this guy's not going to blow you away. He's a consistent major league pitcher. Look, his ERA last year a little bit over 4, but he takes the baseball. And he's the guy that's going to take his lumps, but he's going to keep coming back at you. And I think we'll probably see that kind of performance today.
And Harold, we take a look at the Cardinals entering play here tonight. They suffered a bit of a setback last time out, but not to worry. They're still 6-2 over their previous 8 ball games.
Well, Matt, I mean, the simple way to put it, they lost their last game. This is where baseball comes the best to me, where all the cliches come in. You got to have a short-term memory, and you really do. The game's over. You can't do anything about it. You got to come back today and play better and win.
A moment now from Yankee Stadium to take a look at Joe Girardi's starting lineup. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Harold?
I think the sinker ball is the toughest pitch to hit because you're told all the time to look down for a ball, and every pitcher's told to get it down. But then when you start to swing and the ball sinks even more, that's when you get ground balls. So you've got to go there with a real good game plan of making him get that ball up, which he knows he's not trying to do. It's a tough battle.
And a step off. And they will tag him out between first and second. And whatever that was, it backfired, and there are 2 away. Here's the pitch. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1. Leaks ready. 0-1 pitch on its way. Hit on the ground out to short. Diaz scoops it up. Throw on to Carpenter, gets him, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Yankees. And there's still a 0-0. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit.
Well, that's a good positive step. Got off to a slow start here in April. That's one to build on right there.
Here's Matt Adams now. He's assuming the role of DH in this interleague matchup.
Yeah, Matt, that's one of the funny things about National League teams playing in AL ballparks. All of a sudden, the lineup kind of changes dramatically. But the cool thing is it gets more guys a chance to get some at-bats or time in the field.
And this is taken in there by Ellsbury for the first out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Yankees. I'm looking down there shortstop at Didi Gregorius. I love how this guy defends. You know, coming to New York and replacing Derek Jeter, that's a lot of pressure. But I knew he could handle it when I had a conversation with Brandon Phillips, and he told me he's got the best hands he played with when he was with the Reds.
Third baseman.
Standing in, Johnny Peralta. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. As a look, now the pitch. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Ellsbury ranging back. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. One left for the Cardinals. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Stepping in, Greg Bird. The early season average pushing up near 350, so he's definitely been a bright spot for his ball club.
Boy, not a good swing there. That was really ugly. Anytime you can make a hitter look like that, you've done something special.
Did it look to you like he was guessing on the pitch?
Oh, certainly it had to be, Matt, but if he was, he obviously wasn't looking for that pitch.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Well, this team, they're swinging at everything, but that pitch was just a little too far out of the strike zone.
Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Hard hit at third. And Peralta's throw is in time for out number 1.
All right, here's how the Cards line up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking at Randall Grichuk. You know, for a guy his size, he can motor. He can cover the ground in the outfield, and he's got a strong enough arm you can play him in right, left, or center.
In now, Didi Gregorius. And he's hoping to get things turned around here in April, entering play with an average down in the 220s. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Drilled right back up the middle, and that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Well, he gets a base hit right through the sinker, or it's going to be a long night. Or should I say it's going to be a short night for him.
Here's Starlin Castro. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Fowler on the run. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out.
Batting 7th, designated hitter, Matt Holliday.
Matt Holliday standing in now. He went deep in the contest last night. Started that swing a bit too early. Bottom of the second here with no score. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul.
Well, that's back-to-back breaking balls. He's able to foul that one off. Will they come back with a third?
The 0-2 home, and he misses there. 1-2.
I really like watching righties throw that cutter in on lefties' hands like that. This one was down 2, and if he hits it, there's a pretty good chance he's going to pound it into the ground. Maybe even give himself a shin burger.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. There's a well-hit ball out to right center field. And this is going to find the wall out near the Yankee bullpen. Now the relay home. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry. And back alongside Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian here, as it'll be Yadi Molina to lead things off. I tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike one. Swing and a liner. Foul. The 0-2 to Molina. And another foul ball. The 0-2 once more. Another one sent foul. Ready with another 0-2. Skied into straightaway right. Here's Hicks to put it away, and that's out number one.
Now batting, shortstop, Mlb Diaz.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Mlb Diaz. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And Ellsbury will put this one away for out number two.
Now batting, center fielder, Dexter Fowler.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball.
2 outs, nobody on, but a base runner here feels like it would really change the complexion of the inning.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point. If this two-hitter finds a way on, it really sets up.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Down in order go the Cardinals. Home half of the third coming up. No score. At the plate, Torres. He'll start out the proceedings against Mike Leake as we get the inning underway.
Number 81.
Looped out toward third. But right there is Peralta, and that's the first out of the inning. Still early in the season, of course, but we'll give you a look nonetheless at our standings to this point in April. Here's Brett Gardner now. Past battles with Mike Leake. 1 for 5. Now this is chopped fouled at home plate. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Boy, he juked him out of his shoes with that changeup. Stood almost no chance of doing anything with it, but it probably looked good coming in.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Chopped weakly up the first base line. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Ready on 1-2. This is on the ground over to first. Taken in by Carpenter, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Up next for the Yankees, center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury.
Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll toss this one on to first as they're kept off the scoreboard again. Digging in for his second at-bat, Matt Carpenter. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Hicks is under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And you can see the top two pitch velocities here. 96 on one hand versus a still respectable 92 on the other. And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. 0-1. Here's the pitch. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. What does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
In now, Stephen Piscotty. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. A base hit in his first trip. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Coming in is Ellsbury. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Digging in to try it again. Aaron Hicks. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Aaron Hicks.
And now a swing and a miss, and that's what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike 1.
I'm sitting here shaking my head. I'm tripping, man. I mean, I've never watched a guy throw this many strikes. First pitch strike. He's 100% in the game. Every batter, first pitch for a strike.
And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. Another 0-2 home. And this is fouled at the plate.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And he's set down, 1 away.
Now batting, catcher, Gary Sanchez.
Striding in, Gary Sanchez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Boy, not the way he wanted to start out here. It's 0-1. Now here's the pitch. And he misses with it, 1-1.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in, make him prove he can adjust before you do.
Looped out towards short. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
First baseman number 33.
Striding in once again, Greg Bird comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him, and this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike 1. Leak into his motion. Here's the 0-1. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Grichuk is camped under this one, and he will put it away to retire the side. Fair to say, oh my goodness, these folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. More from the Bronx after this. Now at the plate, Matt Adams. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Here's Jed Jerko now. As with one away, he won't catch up with the fastball, and it's 0-1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. In there, and it's 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Now a leaping effort at the wall, but he comes up empty. This one is gone. Home run. So a solo shot here for Johnny Peralta. Second home run early in the year, and the Cardinals move out in front 1-0. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. Swing and a liner. Now the 0-1. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. And he lays off again, ball 3.
He's really been good this game. Around the plate, throwing strikes, hasn't walked anybody. Right now he finds himself a little bit of a hole, but he can battle back.
Strike 2 called, and it's full 3-2. Swinging a soft liner. Throw in time, and the side is retired. But the Cards are on the board first thanks to this solo blast. Middle of the... Here's Didi Gregorius. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Grounded back up the middle. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Well, when you lead off an inning, you become the leadoff guy. Get on any way you can. And right there, that little infield single, as innocent as it might look, might start a rally for them. Do anything you can to get on.
High in the air out to center field. Fowler has a read on it. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Ready for another chance? Matt Holliday, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
He hasn't used that pitch much this game. That's one he's been working on in the bullpen, and now he's brought it into the game. If he's able to incorporate that in his stuff, look out.
Hit the other way out toward right field. The Scotty's on the move. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Now batting, number 81.
Now at the plate, Torres. He's 0 for 1 thus far. He's set. Here it comes. I had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike 1.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
Diaz picks it up, and an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. The Yanks leave 1. They trail this one 1-0. And that'll bring up Aledmus Diaz. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Dexter Fowler. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case.
And hold on now, that's a fair ball down the left field line. Should be at least a double. And he is in at second base with a one-out double.
That was some great situational hitting there after surveying the field to see what the defense was giving him. The third baseman was well off the line, and he had no chance to make a play as he sprays it down the left field line for a two-bagger.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. There's a fastball that just misses, ball one.
Well, a good inside fastball right there, trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting...
Oh, hang on now.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. Here's Randall Grichuk. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now.
Oh, that was a pretty good pitch right there. A little bit late. That's why he wasn't able to catch it right there in his wheelhouse.
And he looks at a ball, 1-2. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Stephen Piscotty.
Striding in once again, Stephen Piscotty. A hit in 2 tries so far. Fastball in there for a called strike.
When you're facing this good a hitter, man, that strike one becomes so important to get ahead with him and make him think about something else. Now you can control the at-bat.
Now a fastball that just misses here as the count moves to 2-1. And the pitch on 2-1. Hard on the ground toward short. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game. So the 2-out base hit and the top of the inning is still alive.
Well, he rolled over that one. Not the most impressive single, but it's a line drive in the books.
Matt Adams.
Here's Matt Adams now as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Ripped down the first base line, but a foul ball, 1-1.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes into the second deck and gone. Digging in to try it again, Jed Jerko. And the starter remains out there despite just allowing the long ball. We thought maybe they'd go and get him, but no indication of that yet.
Yeah, to me, that home run was a sign that he's starting to get a little bit tired out there. It was a good pitch to hit, and it's typically the command that starts slipping when you're fatiguing a little bit. So I can't see him being out there much longer.
Line drive to center field. That gets down, and the inning continues. So we'll go at least 1 at-bat deeper into the top of the 6th after that 2-out success.
Now batting, third baseman, Johnny
Standing in now, Johnny Peralta, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. The set and the 1-1 pitch. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. On to first, and it's in time as they're finally able to retire him. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Yankees nothing. Ready for another chance? Brett Gardner. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And they'll start the at-bat with a sinker as this is chopped fouled at the plate.
One thing you try to do as a hitter is figure out what pattern the pitcher is pitching. I can't cover the whole plate. He's done a masterful job of pounding him on the outside half for strikes, and they haven't figured it out yet.
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times, you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Center fielder, Jacoby
Here's the center
Ellsbury.
fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. One and 2 now as that's in there at the knees. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Ball 2.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And he makes the throw to first. Ellsbury is retired, 2 down now.
Right fielder.
Digging in
Aaron
once again,
Hicks.
Aaron Hicks. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1. On the ground up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit. So that 2-out success means Gary Sanchez will get to hit here.
Well, you got the hard sinker
Up
in,
next for
stayed
the
on
Yankees.
top of it, and you get
Catcher.
rewarded for making contact.
Gary.
The ball goes through.
Into the box, Gary Sanchez. Lifted in the air to center field. Fowler has a read on it, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Yankees. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Now at the plate, Yadier Molina. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1.
Well, he hung him one and he smoked it, but just wasn't able to keep it fair. I doubt if he throws him that pitch again.
And it's through for a base hit. They'll have the leadoff man aboard to start the inning.
That ball is above the zone. He got his hands on top of it. The old tomahawk. They got a base hit out of him.
Now a swing going. Look out over in the third base dugout as that thing nearly took out half the coaching staff. Comes set with the 0-1. And the changeup is way low that time. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And this will be fouled away. A runner at first with no outs here. Hit hard but foul. He'll try again. 1-2. Swing and a liner. Foul. Again a 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
Now this is what baseball's about. A pitcher and hitter going back and forth. Foul ball, strike, foul ball. I can't wait to see how this ends.
Torres is over and he puts it away for the first out. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Dexter Fowler. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at bat with another big hit right here. And that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Got the ground ball he's looking for right there. Hard grounded, but it just wasn't at somebody. If it's at somebody, it's a double play ball. Now he's got to get back to work and maybe get another one.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The next 0-2. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue.
That's 4 foul balls in a row. He's battling, no doubt.
Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Runners are at first and second with one away. Just a touch outside, 1-2.
He just missed on that changeup. I like that pitch right there. You got 2 strikes on him. Throw that changeup and see if he chases it. That time he laid off, but hey, good idea.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Matt Carpenter goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Into the box now, Rendell Grichuk, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike. Now the 0-2 pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play. Another 0-2 coming. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1.
On 0-2, you'll sometimes get a guy to chase a fastball out of the zone away or up, but when it's way down like that, it's much easier.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the Into the box, Greg Bird. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both a lefty and a right-hander have stood up. And now a jump throw against his body. Throw got him, and that's a gorgeous play.
The shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Here's Didi Gregorius. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. Hit back toward the mound. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
He gets another hit, his 3rd hit of the game. Now, he's been ice cold at the plate recently, so maybe we're seeing signs of him coming out of it.
Castro.
Here's Starlin Castro.
As he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center.
There to take it is Fowler as that becomes out number 2. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Up next for the Yankees, designated hitter, Matt Holliday.
Matt Holliday standing in now. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swinging is Holliday as this one's on the ground to short. Throw on to Carpenter gets him, and that ends the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Yankees nothing. Ready for another shot now. Stephen Piscotty. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one.
Stephen Piscotty.
Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. The 0-1 delivery. Hit in the air to right field. Hicks is under it. Makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting.
Time to take a look at our starter comparison to this point, and the telling numbers can be found on the left side of your screen. Zeros in the run and earned run columns. Here's Matt Adams now. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Now here's his swing, and this is hit well down the line in right. This ball has a chance, and it is gone. A home run.
Well, how do you beat the shift? You hit it over the shift, of course. You can't play guys up in the sky, so he lifts this one up and out of here.
Jed Jerko comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And he looks at a slider in there, 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. This one's chopped foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Fly ball out toward left center field. Ellsbury's after it. He makes the running play. 2 down.
Up next for the Cardinals, third baseman, Johnny Peralta.
Ready once again, Johnny Peralta. He went deep back in the 5th. First offering on its way. The high fastball is in there. Hands held high by Peralta. Now the pitch. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Again, he sends it out of play.
Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike fastball out of the zone. Just got too much of the plate right there. Fortunately, he fouled it off instead of putting it in the seats.
And a ball line foul here over the Yankee dugout.
He's just fouling them off till he gets something he wants to hit.
6 runs, 11 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. He spoils another one, and will do it again. Lays off. 2-2 now.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not nobody on.
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. Ready now with the payoff pitch. And he struck him out. A 10-pitch battle, but he finally wears him down as the inning is over. But the Cards add on just a bit, courtesy of this solo home run. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Cardinals 6 and the Yankees nothing. Now at the plate, Torres. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point.
Number 81.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Little chopper back to the mound. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
The left fielder, number 11.
Here's Brett Gardner now. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. In front of the changeup there as this is chopped foul at home plate.
Well, with the leadoff man getting on right there, Matt, they are falling so far behind. They have to capitalize. They have to get some runs to get back in this thing.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. A little bouncer. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Oh, he might have got away with one. 2-strike breaking ball that ends up being in the zone. I think he probably wanted that out of the zone, but fortunately, he just fouled it off.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Oh, they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Really good pitch right there. So you're moving the ball all around the strike zone, and then what do? You come in. That's a hard pitch for any hitter to do anything with. Just really makes it difficult to get that bat head out.
Softly hit toward the hole, and he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
The right fielder, number 31, Aaron Hicks.
Digging in and looking for more, Aaron Hicks. He's 2 for 3 thus far. And oh, that gets him on the mound.
Well, no infield single, but he doesn't care. Man, 3 hits in a ball game, he'll take it.
Gary Sanchez.
In now, Gary Sanchez. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Back goes Fowler. Gone into Monument Park. So a a 3-run blast to deep center here. 7 home runs for him on the year now. And with that, it's now a 6-3 ball game.
They seem to forget that the game started a while ago, but better late than never, I guess. Sometimes one big hit is all it takes to get a team going. We'll see if they can build on it and make a run here.
So they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter. He's batting cleanup, but has been shut down so far at the plate, 0 for 3. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Right side, hit hard. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
Well, he hit that fastball right by the first baseman. Nice effort, but that ball's just hit way too hard.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. In now, Didi Gregorius. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Another look at the big blow for the Bombers. A 3-run home run. 9th inning coming up from Yankee Stadium. It's the Cardinals 6 and the Yankees 3. Now the beautiful views of Manhattan at night. Welcome back to Baseball on the Show from right here in the Big Apple. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. He'll be charged with trying to get on board leading off the ninth.
Yadier Molina.
Tommy Lane enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
Hicks is there. One quick out to start inning number 9.
For the Cardinals, shortstop, Mlb The Show.
And that'll bring up Aledmys Diaz. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Ground ball right side. Bird has it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Center fielder number 25.
So striding in, Dexter Fowler. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. Takes this the other way to right, but he will close fast out there in right field as he comes on to put it away, and the inning is over. So they go down without a whimper here. Nothing further in the Cardinal 9th. Last chance for the Yankees. They've got some work to do, down 6-3. Sun Hwan-Oh enters the game to finish this one off here in the bottom of the 9th.
Number 26.
So digging in now, Starlin Castro. He'll be the one to get us going here in the bottom of inning number 9. And here's one that misses to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 6 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And a good swing there as this is deep down the line in right, but this is going to wind up out of play. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And Holiday swings and misses and falls behind quickly, 0-2. And the pitch. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. Now another 0-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
Stepping in now, Torres. This will go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 2 out, nobody on. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. The win would be Mike Leaks if our current score holds up. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure.